Michael Jordan in career, his whole career played 78 games a year. And that's not even counting the playoffs when you're playing, in the preseason. So you're talking about 115 games a year. That dude probably played in about 112 of those 115 games.
End the debate, please. Here we go. 3 parts. One player has won the scoring title, regular season MVP, was first team defensive player, led the playoffs in scoring, and won the MVP in the finals. All 5 things. It's only happened 4 times in the NBA. You know who the 4 players who do it were? Jordan.
Michael never set out games. If Michael set out a game, he made sure he played at least 25 minutes so you saw him play. Whether it be preseason, he didn't miss any regular season games. But during preseason, where most stars sit out, he played.
The boldness of LeBron James even suggesting that 2 decades of ups and downs compare to 13 straight years of unmatched dominance has set off a firestorm. Michael Jordan's former championship teammate just dropped a truth bomb so powerful it shook the entire GOAT debate and left LeBron's supporters scrambling for answers.
So I'm not coming from a biased position where I'm just like, oh, that was my era, so I'm being biased. No, my eyes don't lie. I know what I've seen. And as great as LeBron is, and he's fantastic, but he ain't fucking with MJ. Just based off the eye test and the skill level and some of the stats and the heart, nah, yo, no.
The basketball world just received a lesson straight from someone who's been in the trenches. Stacey King, a 3-time champion who shared the court with the game's greatest, has spoken. This isn't coming from a commentator behind a desk or a TV personality tossing out hot takes. It's from a man who lived the battles, felt the pressure, and celebrated the victories. And what he delivered was one of the harshest reality checks the GOAT debate has ever seen.
I think it's misinformation. I think they want to control the narrative to make it look like this generation's players are superior. I mean, you look at the Hall of Famers that are in that era.
And his words, they hit hard. So hard that LeBron's biggest supporters are already scrambling to defend their hero. But numbers don't bend, and history doesn't forget. The legacy speaks louder than any debate. Stacey King cut straight to the point, saying the one line that has the basketball world buzzing. What you're doing in 20 years, Michael Jordan did in 13. 13 years. That's all it took. Let that settle in while LeBron's fans search for ways to explain 2 decades spent chasing a shadow.
I saw MJ play from his prime to his retirement. I saw Kobe play from his prime to his retirement. I've seen LeBron from his prime to his eventual retirement.
But King wasn't finished. Far from it. He made it clear that LeBron James will always be remembered as one of the greatest to ever play the game. Yet when it comes to the GOAT conversation, he drew the line. With the authority of someone who's seen true greatness right beside him, King shut the door on the debate once and for all.
Now this young generation is so dismissive of this stat when they go, well, LeBron James has been to the finals this many, and he won this many times, but he's been this many times.
Then came the knockout blow. King brought up the one stat that LeBron fans never want to hear. After 22 seasons, LeBron James still hasn't reached Michael Jordan's 6 titles. 6 championships in just 13 years. Meanwhile, after more than 2 decades on the court, LeBron's total sits at 4.
And the thing about Michael and these guys in that era, they recognize how important it was for the fans who may not get a chance to see them play. So when they go to a city, this might be the first time this family of 6 gets a chance to see Michael Jordan play.
And then there's efficiency, where the comparison turns brutal for Team LeBron. Michael Jordan didn't just win more championships, he did it in nearly half the time. In only 13 seasons, Jordan stacked up 6 NBA titles, 6 Finals MVPs, 5 League MVPs, and 14 All-Star appearances, including his Washington years. He scored over 32,000 points, and let's not forget, he even took 2 full years off to play basketball.
Jordan or LeBron, who's the GOAT?
I low-key think Mike's so competitive, bro. Mike could come out of retirement right now to play Bron
and do it.
Do you know what Michael Jordan had to deal with, bro?
He can go over his finals opponents.
You tell me who lost.
The Heat played a Thunder team with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden in the finals. I like how you say
who was gonna guard Mike on that Thunder team?
James Harden. So you mean to tell me
he's so cute.
You think
that's so cute?
Meanwhile, LeBron needed 22 seasons, more than 2 decades, to collect 4 championships and 4 finals MVPs. The numbers just don't add up. It took him nearly twice the career length to achieve only 2/3 of what Jordan accomplished in far less time. And then comes the familiar defense, but LeBron's longevity. Yes, he's played longer, and that's true. But here's the reality Stacey King made clear. Longevity without unmatched dominance isn't greatness. It's just staying around longer. Jordan could have stretched his career to 45, chasing stats and records, but he didn't have to. In just 13 years, he proved everything the game needed to see.
Jordan. Number 2, if you own a pair of Jordans or have a pair of Jordans on, stand up.
King knows this better than most because he saw it with his own eyes. He watched a player so dominant, so precise, that he could step away from the game twice and remain untouchable. Michael Jordan didn't retire because he was finished. He retired because there was nothing left to prove.
Winning has a price. And leadership has a price. So I pulled people along when they didn't want to be pulled. I challenge people when they don't want to be challenged. And I earned that right because my teammates came after me. They didn't endure all the things that I endured.
And this is where it gets painful for LeBron's supporters. The finals record. Michael Jordan, a perfect 6-0, flawless, untouchable. LeBron James, 4 wins, 6 losses. The contrast speaks louder than any debate ever could.
I was with Michael Jordan, not last summer, summer before last. We ran into each other in Europe. And he says, Irvin, I don't know why these guys, because if you look at his record, he almost played every game like 5 or 6 times throughout his career. He didn't miss one game. He played in every game. We wanted to play in every game. Pat Riley or our trainer, Gary Beatty, had to make sure that they said, no. B, don't put on your uniform. Don't come sitting on that bench because you want to play because you want to play for your guys and with your guys.
Stacey King witnessed it firsthand. Jordan never crumbled when everything was on the line. 6 trips to the finals, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs. Not a single game 7 needed. No collapses under the spotlight. No I'm taking my talents distractions. Meanwhile, LeBron has been to the finals 10 times and walked away defeated in 6 of them. That's not GOAT behavior. That's coming up short when it matters most. Jordan never gave his opponents the satisfaction of beating him on the grandest stage. Not once.
Michael never set out games. If Michael set out a game, he made sure he played at least 25 minutes so you saw him play. Whether it be preseason, he didn't miss any regular season games. But during preseason where most stars sit out, he played. I mean, we played in Lincoln, Nebraska. We played in Sioux Falls, South. We played in some small venues to get the people who may not be able to get to a big city to see us. We go into those places and play. And most star players, I'm not playing in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm sitting out, Michael would play first and third quarter, 24 minutes to let people see, because he recognized, and Kobe's the same way, that this might be the only time that they're able to afford to see me play. And I want to make sure I put on a show. These guys nowadays, they don't look at it that way. The fans pay these enormous, these crazy salaries. You owe the fans everything you got.
But championships aren't just numbers on a page, and Stacey King knows it. He understands what the stat chasers don't: cultural impact. Michael Jordan didn't just play basketball. He elevated it. He turned the game into a global movement, something far bigger than wins and losses.
I was a big Michael Jordan fan. I had a poster of Michael Jordan on my wall. So when I would go to the game, I would actually rub the poster. And I'd go out and score 30, 40. And so I always attributed touching MJ's poster brought me luck. So then I get drafted by the Bulls. So my first game, I felt like I didn't need the poster anymore.
In just 13 years, Michael Jordan became a global icon. He turned the Chicago Bulls into the most recognizable franchise in the world and made basketball must-see television. His brand became so powerful that his shoes still outsell every active players combined. Meanwhile, after 22 years, LeBron is still chasing an impact that doesn't come close. Jordan's influence stretched far beyond the game itself. into culture, fashion, and even film. Space Jam wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural moment that introduced Jordan to kids who never even saw him play. And when it came to being clutch, King knows exactly what that looked like because he stood next to it. No one defined the big moments like Jordan. The shot over Craig Ello, the legendary flu game, the shrug against Portland, the final dagger against Utah. When everything was on the line, there was Jordan, and then there was everyone else.
Favorite part about playing with Mike?
Knowing that every time you walk into an arena, it's going to be packed. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't no better, y'all know.
That's dope.
Y'all know. And knowing that it was like with being with the Beatles or somebody, man, that every place you go, we would drop MJ off.
Meanwhile, with LeBron, there's no avoiding the memory of 2011 against Dallas. When the pressure peaked and the expectations were sky high, he folded under the weight. Stacey King never saw Michael Jordan crumble like that. Not once.
I had a question about the Bosch spacing, but because you just said that, was that the low point for you in your career?
Oh, for sure.
2011.
The lowest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lowest. Yeah. The lowest.
What really gives weight to King's words is his unique perspective. He played in both eras. He knows firsthand what Jordan brought to practices, to the locker room, and to the team dynamic. Jordan didn't chase stars to join him. He forged them. Scottie Pippen became Scottie Pippen because of Jordan. Dennis Rodman reached legendary status alongside him. Steve Kerr hit some of the biggest shots of his career because Jordan created those moments. Jordan didn't just dominate, he elevated everyone around him.
People hate comparisons, and especially over different eras, but from where you were standing and playing, was Michael the best or the greatest ever?
For sure. I mean, you look at the MVPs that he was able to achieve, but I think it was all brought from us being successful as a team. Obviously, someone is going to bring those accolades home, but yeah, he was the greatest player, definitely in basketball.
LeBron, on the other hand, has always needed help from other superstars just to compete. The Miami Big Three, Cleveland with Kyrie and Kevin Love, the Lakers with Anthony Davis. He hasn't shown the ability to elevate role players the way Jordan did. His needed equals simply to have a chance. And for those who claim Jordan played in a weaker era, tell that to Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, Karl Malone, John Stockton, and Charles Barkley. Jordan battled legends night after night in a league that was far more physical, with hand-checking, bruising defense, and no easy possessions. Meanwhile, LeBron has thrived in what many call the softest era in NBA history, where hard fouls earn flagrants and even a stare can draw a technical. Yet despite that, it still took him 22 years to win just 4 championships. Jordan in today's NBA, Stacey King insists he'd average 45 a game, and when you look at the numbers that truly matter, the gap widens. Scoring titles, Jordan 10, LeBron 1. Defensive Player of the Year, Jordan 1, LeBron 0. Steals titles, Jordan 3, LeBron 0. All-NBA first team selections per year played, Jordan dominates. And then the most telling stat of all, career scoring average. Jordan finished at 30.1 points per game. LeBron sits at 27.2. Jordan was more efficient, more dominant, and more complete.